Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Melty Blood. So we have another story that we are going to go check out. I'm excited to see where this goes this time. Apparently, for this one, we lose right at the start. So let's hop on in and let's see what happens. First off, let's hold that big old fast forward button and let's get going. Melty Blood. Alright, so you know how I was like marking out about the black barrel last time? Well, your boy just kind of made a lesson plan for high school English where we read notes. So we're going to be doing that soon. I'm introducing the Kino to a new generation, and I'm very excited. Okay, so program number 6 errors still has me a bit confused. And this does say hologram summer. So part of me is like, something's a bit up here. We'll have to see. Okay, so from here, when we lose, we get brought down to C. I see. Meeting and return. We have to lose the first 2 matches, apparently, to get to this new ending. And then after that, it's all wins, baby. But we've never lost the first one, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens, right? Okay, so let's see here. I mean, I still love the music, and like the music here is really good. They really knocked it out the first time. Alright, let's get epically owned. Let's do this. Gotta turn down the volume anyways. It's a bit loud for me. Beat me up. Let's pretend to be terrible. I press the one button. That's all I can do. I guess I could practice my guard button. Nope, that doesn't work. The stun in this game still doesn't really work. Unless it just means that you can't use the guard. Because I don't really get it. Yeah, I guess maybe it just means you can't use your parry. Very strange. Like, it goes against everything you'd expect from a fighting game. Just pressing buttons, seeing how this works, right? So yeah, now I can't use it, right? No, I can. So I don't really see that. I don't get it. So that is 2 hits. Can't do anything about, huh? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Wow, look how much damage we did, actually, from just that throw. Alright. Time to see what happens when we lose. So this is now new territory. Battle finished. 4th, 6th thought processes halted. Results compiled. Your choices in combat are rated at merely 70%. That's a lot for me doing nothing. If you possess the ability to inflict instant death, your tactics are still easily predicted. Damn, what do you want? I do not intend to harm you any further. Did you not notice something different? Your intuition was correct. Just as you felt, my method of fighting is entirely different from those you have faced before. You must stop resisting. I have no interest in taking your life. I require you in my calculations, so if you do not resist, you will not be hurt. Hey, don't touch people's heads like that. Please calm down. Did I not say I would not harm you? All I did was connect my ether light to your brain. Huh? Connect to my brain? What the heck? The artificial nervous system called ether light. In terms you can understand, a filament only 1 micron thick. Think of it as a thread you cannot see using the naked eye. No way. I do feel something strange on my temple, but that... Yes. Upon contact with your skin, it seeks out your nerves and fuses with them. That's terrifying. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Any fusion With the skin? I don't like that. The maximum range is 5,000 meters, so it is a simple matter for you to fill your entire Oh, we can go 5 kilometers, okay. No further explanations needed to understand, correct? I have hacked your mind and body. From now on, I will control your actions. I assume there are no objections, Tonoshiki? No objections? Like hell there aren't, you idiot! I don't know who you are, but are you crazy? How rude. I'm trying to hold a civilized conversation. Tonoshiki, please correct yourself. Correct myself? Are you stupid? First you attack me and now you want to control me? If you're sane, then that makes me the crazy one. Seriously, you're as ridiculously random as Arcueid. No, you're even worse of a random bastard. That's a funny phrase. Random? You are calling me random? How superficial your knowledge must be for you to proclaim the actions of an alchemist like myself as random. Oh, speaking of angel notes and reading that, I was rereading it, and it said that gun god excavated the Black Barrel from some institution, and it's like, oh my god, the Atlas Institute was there all along. No, to use the term random so senselessly is evidence of that probability. Yes, as you say, I cannot but think you are the one who has gone crazy. Correct yourself. I am Sion Atlasia, an alchemist of the Atlas Academy where all knowledge is accumulated and stored. What an insult. There is no one who can match my speed of thought and rational knowledge acquisition. Do you understand, Tonoshiki? I am not a man, but a woman. In rough terms, you should not call me a random bastard, but a whore. Oh my god. What? Let me warn you, is your behavior not unnatural? I have gathered information from the past year from you. And all you have done is proceed from one engagement of low victory probability to another. It is amazing. It is almost enough to make one cry. How Tonoshiki has been able to survive this long, it can only be a miracle. Wow. Back to the main topic. Tonoshiki, I will have your cooperation with my research. I respect your right to choose, but please do not consider refusing. I now have control of most of your nerves, so if you disobey, I may be forced to hurt you. Well... Whoa. What do you mean? Do you not understand? I am saying I will fry your nerves if you do not listen. I have no qualms about sending electricity along this ether light to fry your brain. Stupid. In that case, all I have to do is cut it. I may not be able to see with the naked eye, but if I take off my glasses... I advise against it. If you cut the ether light, your entire body will burn. The ether light is now part of your nervous system. Yes, while this may not be effective against a true ancestor, it is quite effective against humans. Before nerve damage ensues, you would probably die from the pain. What? Just now, what did you... I read your thoughts. The ether light is connected to your brain, so no matter what you think, I can read it. Well, I'm able to read subjects and verbs, minus the conjunctions, at least. Oh, okay, conjunctions. Oh, that's amazing, then this... Why do I always get involved in things like this? Do not misunderstand me. I do not intend to force you. Our goals are the same, so I propose a mutual relationship to achieve our objectives. Work together to achieve our objectives? Yes, our goals overlap somewhat. Otherwise, we would not be negotiating like this. Speak for yourself. You can't call this negotiation. I only chose the method with the best chance of success. This was the most suitable method to achieve your cooperation. Well, you must be well rested by now. My method of fighting is to chip away the opponent's fighting strength, not like the method of chipping away the opponent's body that you all employ. You got a point. If it wasn't for that strange string, I would have run away by now. I do not mind. Once connected, it cannot be removed except by me. Wherever you go, it will follow. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, what's this about us cooperating? It is as it sounds. Have you changed your mind? You were disparaging me earlier, so for you to listen to me attentively now. All I can do is listen, right? And well, your methods are a little rough, but you have been polite. I guess I can hear you out. You didn't finish me off, and you do seem sincerely interested in talking it over. And well, you don't seem like a bad person. I did not attack you while you were down because you would have used a very strong counterattack. But if you wish to view it that way, it is just as well. It is meaningless for me to offer another point of view. Then I will be concise. My goal is to discover a cure for vampirism. I wish to obtain data from the vampires in this area, such as a member of the True Ancestors, the origin of the Dead Apostles. The True Ancestor? You mean Arcueid? Yes, she's the last of the True Ancestors. Correction, there may still exist some lower members of the True Ancestors. Oh. Interesting. That's really interesting. But what I need is the data of the True Ancestor royalty from Arcueid Brunstud. That's... Huh, okay. Data from Arcueid? You want to make her into a guinea pig or something? Of course not. You of all people know full well that is not possible. I seek only the aid of the True Ancestor. I wish to examine her blood, body, and fluids to understand more about the vampiric impulse. Can you be more specific when you say fluids? If possible, I would like a full week, but that may be difficult, more difficult than finding a cure. If she does help me, it would only be because you are cooperating with me. Why do you think she would help me if I'm with you? That is because you are the one the True Ancestor is most interested in. At any rate, I wish to approach vampirism from a medical standpoint. Consequently, I need data from many vampires. Once bitten by vampires, people become no longer human. Until now, it has been impossible to save them. I challenge that impossibility. It has to be in line with your goals, because you know someone who became a vampire. What is it? Nothing. You just, really have a way with words. I am pleased with your correct evaluation, but what makes you say that? Oh, nothing. But next time you speak so lightly of her, I'll have no choice but to fight you. Certainly, I was not considerate enough. What I said was not good. It's fine. If you say your goal is to cure vampirism, then it's alright. It definitely is something I see as very important. Then, you will help me, Tonoshiki? Yeah. I really don't get you. You knew so much about me. You should have known talking it over from the beginning would have been fine. If you said that was your goal, I wouldn't have refused. So it seems. I was mistaken. I did not have a complete understanding of you. However, this may be for the best. Verbal promises are one thing, but if you do not put a high priority on our cooperation, I have means of ensuring you listen to me. Yeah. The loser must obey the winner, right? That's fine, but I'm not exactly swimming in free time. I have my own reasons for walking around late at night. Searching for the rumored vampire. I have not said anything about that, but I also have an interest in finding it. You know about that vampire? Yes, upon arriving here I heard the rumors. The atmosphere in this town is strange, and I knew something unusual was going on. I see. If an outsider like you thinks that way, then the rumored vampire probably does exist. I cannot say that is absolutely true, but the True Ancestor seems to be pursuing it. It is her responsibility to dispose of the dead apostles. She could not turn a blind eye toward any in the town she lives in. You even know about Arcueid hiding her whereabouts? You are thinking it now, about how she is evading you because she is worried over you and wants to settle it herself. So if we find the rumored vampire, we should find the True Ancestor. At that time, she may listen to me if you ask her to. I see. That's why you want my help. Yes, I wish for you to mediate our negotiations. For the time being, that is your first priority. I see. That's pretty simple, but saying for the time being makes me a little uneasy. But of course, you even said before that the loser has to obey the winner. Because I defeated you, I have the right to use you. Is that unsatisfactory? Yes, but I'll keep quiet. Since you're looking for the rumored vampire, I won't be doing anything different. I'll help you out until we find Arcueid. Very prudent. After concluding negotiations and business with the True Ancestor, I will leave this country. Staying in one place too long is dangerous. As for negotiation, that won't be my problem. If negotiations break down, I will remove the ether light. Is that acceptable, Tonoshiki? Yeah, no complaints. What do you want me to do? Help her to see things your way? No. If I need you to, I will let you know. All you have to do is ask her to listen to me. I see. Then, lead on, my lady. First is investigating in town. I am unfamiliar with the area, so I ask you to direct us. Alright. Let's go out into town. To see. Yo, I love that stage. I love that stage. Oh, it's so good. The Alchemist of Atlas. Extra Alchemist. But we're not at Fate Extra. Yet. At least CCC. That is how our patrol began. So, you are different from the Magi Senpai was talking about? I am different from the majority of Magi. There are factions of Magi associations that guide the practice of rituals and revelation of knowledge. Please think of alchemists as not practicing rituals, but discovering them. Discover? You mean like making new magic? Most types of magic are already identified, but we discover new methods. As the name alchemist implies, we try to create precious metals from base metals, for example. Oh, that makes sense now, like making gold out of lead. Yes, but that refers to the Central Association of Alchemists. I am part of a different organization of alchemists, the Atlas Academy. We have no interest in the transmutation of elements. I see, so there's even different kinds of alchemists. Not kinds, but factions. We are considered somewhat heretics. Among the three main branches of the Magi Association, Atlas is considered somewhat of a tumor. Oh, that word again. Is Atlas a place? A place? Yes. There's an association based on an academy located in the Atlas Mountains. The Magi of London call it the Pit. Well, it is surrounded only by desert, so it may not be too inaccurate. Desert? And where are you from? It is said to be a land where such magic originates. That should be put simply. Put simply, it is a place with a lot of history. We speak of these mysterious and complicated things as we patrol. She isn't wordy, but she isn't closed-mouthed either. In fact, she answers most of my questions and asks me some in turn. She doesn't start any unnecessary conversation, but if it is necessary, she goes really deep in detail. I think this girl just loves to talk. Do you have any other questions? Oh, I was just wondering what kind of studying your alchemy involves. Human research. You could say it is more scientific than alchemy. Human research? You mean not magic or sorcery? Yes. The Alchemists of Atlas were originally a gathering of those with little magical ability due to having a small number of magic circuits. They decided for themselves to take a completely natural approach and proceed forward as humans to achieve their goals. The result of that is the present Atlas Academy. We use above all else our own intellect to make a blueprint for the future. Make the future? It goes without saying that the future is not something that occurs, but it is something that is made. With the ingredients of the present day, we make the future for better or worse. We analyze these ingredients to measure the future. We dramatically shift probability to make a perfect model from the ingredients. Magic circuits are paths connecting to the root called the One. Magi use these to bring their ideal future closer. Dang, are we going into the root? Because there wasn't much of the root in Tsukihime. However, those of us with meager magic circuits must rely only upon our own intellect to make that ideal future. To make an ideal future, then that means those of the past, they failed. At some point, the Alchemists of Atlas stopped predicting the future and devoted themselves to excel at making various things. Another view has it that at some point, an academy director constructed a weapon to deny and resist the answer that was discovered. Ah. But as a student, it is not something that I know of. What? You mean you all... Now we craft weapons, but our foundation is a fusion of rituals and science. You could say the Alchemists of Atlas specialize in those techniques. Oh, like that ether light you have. The ether light is a technique handed down in the Eltnam family. The foundation techniques of Atlas are thought acceleration and thought partition. After that, acceleration and conversion alchemy is required. Thought acceleration just means thinking really fast, but thought partition is... As the name implies, the Alchemists of Atlas are able to partition thoughts to form multiple thought processes. Think of it this way. Normal people only have one room in their brain, so they can only focus on one thought. Thought partitioning adds partitions inside the room to create multiple rooms. It's literally just partitioning your hard drive. And that's so cool. Again, I mean, magic circuits, biology just becomes machinery when you go high enough in the Nasuverse, and it's so cool. Alchemists of Atlas must be able to partition thoughts in 3 rooms, and 5 is on the level of genius. It is said there was an academy director in the past who was able to achieve 8. So it's like having 2 or 3 calculators in your head? That is meaningless. There may be multiple thought processes, but only one goal. While the multiple thought processes work on differing problem sets, they work together to generate one overall solution. If it was simply calculation, would not current machines be on the same level? Rather, it is for problem solving, so nothing else even compares. Wow, then you're incredibly smart. Well, that's right, I remember thinking no matter what I did, you were reading my moves. I already stimulated all of your patterns, so it was only logical that you were defeated. Any situation can change within a second. It is like a wire diagram showing all possibilities. From this sea of possibilities, we calculate the most likely outcome of events and act according to the outcome. Consequently, events occur in that same manner. We do not see the future in combat, but we are simply one step ahead. The possibility for defeat still lay elsewhere in our previous fight. Incorrectly choosing a branch possibility would render everything useless. If you acted completely outside of predictive behavior, out of whim like you normally do, it would not have been surprising if I lost. But that is the nature of thought acceleration and thought partitioning. Wow, that's pretty amazing. I did feel that way. It did feel that way. If there is no predicted future with victory, the Alchemists of Atlas will not fight. Between you and I, you are undoubtedly superior at fighting. Therefore, I have to use alternative methods to obtain victory. For us, fighting is assembling the proper ingredients ahead of time. Like Batman. However, that only makes us equal. Neither strong physically nor in magic, we predict the future to steer it away from the worst outcome. We invest everything in guiding events towards the single opportunity where the future can be reversed. We fight not the enemy, but our own minds. We can trust only ourselves and wager our lives on a moment of thought. That is the way of the Alchemists of Atlas. Wow. All this talk of calculation prediction makes it almost sound like gambling. That is not mistaken. That is very close to what we do. Those who gamble must wager calmly while still being very passionate. I see, that's how it is. While we talk, we pass by the most prominent part of town. It's been 2 hours since we started walking. The whole time the town was very quiet and we passed by no one. There is none of the frying heat from during the day. The night town is quite cool and suitable for walking. There is no one in the police box. They may be on patrol, but we have not come across them. Right, now that you mention it, police are meaningless if you do not meet anyone. Well, maybe that is a good thing. A good thing? What do you mean? Well, if someone saw us, we'd make a strange pair. Don't we stand out a lot? Stand out? We do? We? It's strange like that. If some policeman saw you, he would start to ask some questions. Ask questions? She starts to look at her clothes strangely with her head tilted to the side. I knew it. She really does think her appearance is normal. Perhaps I look strange. Yeah, you really stand out. She seems a little dissatisfied. We will deal with that when the time comes. If I'm asked questions, I will have to lie. Okay, so if asked, I'll say you're my friend, so you make sure you match that story. We seem to have made our way back. Our feet have returned us to the tall skyscraper. And, Shiki, behind me, she suddenly calls my name. Huh? Please, call me Sion. I didn't even realize, like, oh, she said his name. That's a huge deal. Right, I forgot. Because, you know, Japan. If we are friends, we must match the way we call each other. Sion just says that and stands in the road. Alright. Well then, Sion, shall we head back? Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, name politics. My patrol with Sion ends uneventfully. Without saying why, Sion says we will patrol once more tomorrow. Tomorrow at the same time here. Saying just that, Sion left. Until she removes this weird ether light, I have no choice but to stay with her. Well, in the first place, even if she didn't coerce me, I'd probably go patrolling with her, so it isn't like I'm doing anything different. Alright. What is that noise? It's like I'm in an air conditioner. That night, the air was maddeningly hot. Oh, this is different. Because I can't skip. It happened in a mountain village. In that small village that seemed frozen in time, it happened. It started with a legend. There was an old story about a woman from another town who had triplets. It was an unfortunate story as there were 2 stillbirths. Certainly, the baby drank the blood of its own brothers, became a vampire, and brought evil to the town. An eternal curse. That unwritten law permeated the village without notice. In the words of this country, Tatari. In any case, the legend became real. The child grew up and became a vampire. Of course, fearing the curse, the villagers executed the child before that could happen. 3 days later, the town was annihilated by the vampire. The dispatched knights to the church were also eliminated. Annihilated, rather. I run and run and run. I run out along the mountain path. I run until dawn. But there is no way out. The curse rebounded on itself. I curse myself. I cannot escape from myself. And before my eyes, something appears black as night. Dawn is too far away, I gotta say. That is such a lame, scary thing. Like, is it meant to be? Is it meant to actually be scary? Because it just looks not. It looks just like 2000s edgy, kind of. Which I guess is fair for what this is. Dawn is too far away. The vampire could exist for only one night. The vampire, who could only exist for one night, drank the town dry. The legend became real. The curse proved itself real by bringing complete destruction to those who brought it into being. The legend come to life. Hot. It is unnaturally hot and there is no wind. Even though I'm used to the desert, I cannot bear the heat of this country. My throat is incredibly dry. It's because I slept outside. My skin has become very dry, almost like a shell. Water. I want water. My mouth runs without thought as my mind starts to awaken. Right. At this time, of course, it would be at its worst. It is noon. Last night I parted with Shiki and slept here. I've been asleep for around 8 hours. I overslept. It is dulling my mind. Rubbing my pain temples, I take a deep breath. Amazing. Even though I said intellect is our only weapon, Shiki still does not understand. In the first place, I doubt how much he listened to our conversation last night. Well, there certainly is no need for him to understand, but... to explain it, first explain it to yourself. Even if I have no more ties to Atlas, I will still be an alchemist my entire life. Thought acceleration is our magic. Fast thinking is only a prerequisite. Thought acceleration itself is the ability to Thought acceleration itself is applying that ability to multi-expansion diagrams. And furthermore, superior alchemists must have multiple sectors in their brains. If thought acceleration is proof of an alchemist, then the number of sectors is proof of their facilities. Through thought partition, a superior alchemist can create between 3 and 5 rooms. I gave the example of dividing one thought into rooms to Shiki, but that would be the limit of a strictly average alchemist. Superior alchemists may perform first-order tetrations of their thought into rooms. Oh my god, I have no frickin' idea what she's talking about. These rooms are synergistic. 4 thought partitions allow 200... Whoa. 4 thought partitions will allow 256 thought processes, but that does not simply mean 250 alchemist calculations can be achieved. Oh, okay, I'm gonna vomit. Too many numbers. The 256 accelerated intelligence do not work independently, but constantly cycle towards the same goal. The pinnacle of alchemy is creating a miracle. That is the magic of alchemy. We are weak. Our bodies are hereditarily frail, and our magic circuits are below average. The source of alchemy are derived by our ancestors. The source of alchemy, as derived by our ancestors, is different from what we practice. Seeking to avoid the final end, we created various weapons. However, the truth is, all we do now is make weapons to protect ourselves. Not for results, just to make weapons. Consequently, our academy only has one rule. Nothing is forbidden except the release of creation's secrets. Do not associate with Atlas. That was the line from the Central Association. Before we knew it, we were treated as a tolerated cancer. We do nothing. We are the Magi who descend into the pit solely to create phenomenal weapons. Our exposure would be nothing less than tearing open the seal on every weapon we created and unleashing their destructive force on an unsuspecting world. That is why we were given our name, the Alchemists of Atlas, the name of the giant who silently supported the heavens. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. A fitting name for the clueless, secluded alchemists of the Atlas Academy. It is not very surprising to feel this way. I am still young, so I still have dreams. As years pass, I will no longer be able to see them. There is still time before nightfall. Perhaps I should gather some information. Shiki's helping me reach my goal, so I should also help him find the vampires. After all, he is my partner. Furthermore, he is the same age as I. It is strange, but I was never able to envision those of the same age as I until I left. In other words, I never knew what it was like to be with someone my own age. With him being the opposite gender, it makes it even farther beyond my understanding. I have gathered enough data on Shiki. There is nothing I do not understand. Therefore, I can trust that he is helping me. The command to betray is not even present in his operating logic, so even without a contract, he could not betray me. That's why I have to match his efforts, at least just a little bit. I stand up as I speak this excuse. And then it occurs to me, is this not the first time I ever had to give an excuse? We're not getting a ton of what her life was like before, huh? The appearance of the town has not changed. The streets are still empty. The heat radiates off them like smoke. Even though people pass me by, if I look behind me, no one is there. Only a strange emptiness. Hot. The clear sunlight melting everything white. I quickly enter a large building to draw information from the minds gathered there. My two names are Spirit Hacker and Sion Eltnam. That is why I have this monofilament ether light to allow forceful intervention in the nervous system. Because the intent is not to destroy the mind, you cannot call it cracking. No, that is not right. That is not even necessary. I am only gathering information about the vampire which has returned. That is something I can find quickly. This tiredness will not go away. My throat is painfully dry, and my tired body creaks and groans in protest. I expel the air from my lungs. It is like breathing fire. I can't breathe. I feel slightly dizzy. If I do not rest, if I do not sleep properly, I will be defeated. I have 2 or 3 days left. But I can still take action. If I can move, I'm still alive. I'm still injured from last night's battle, but it won't slow me down. If I return to my hastily prepared bed, it will soon be night. Information collection ended easily enough. It does seem that most citizens have heard of the second coming of the vampire. But it is only thin rumor, not too different from the information that Shiki knows. All the same, no one denies the rumor. Even if all the credibility is non-existent, it is a rumor accepted naturally. Everyone seems to feel something bad is going to happen. The emptiness of the town has crept into their hearts. The town will bake in the heat today, and probably tomorrow as well. The stage is set, a town under attack by fierce heat of record-high temperatures, the spawning of strange paradoxes of unknown origin. Terrible ideas, ill omens, visits to the temple portend bad luck. Dreadful thoughts, feelings of misfortune, ill omens, coincidence? The dark night where uneasiness fed by anxiety becomes reality. Even though not one murder has occurred, everyone says it happened and the vampire has returned. And, during the deep night in the empty town, a lurking shadow which wanders the streets. Soon the moon will form a perfect circle in the sweltering night, which itself seems to be an agony. Until then I must guide this loose rumor into a definite shape. Okay, I'm understanding. For sure. Sion arrives, according to schedule. You are right on time, Shiki. Yeah, I managed to sneak out of the mansion. Kia was acting strange and pacing back and forth in the lobby. Maybe she found out about me leaving at night. I do not think so. According to the data I took from you, Tono Kiha does not seem to be one to have such devious surveillance. Hey, that's exactly how it is. That is entirely your affair, does not relate to me. More importantly, how are matters with the true ancestor? How about that? I couldn't catch her. I left her a note in her room, so something may happen tomorrow. Because she's chasing the vampire out of worry for you, she may not come near you until everything is settled. There is a possibility we should consider. What if the rumored vampire is not the one from last year, but is the one who has been in town since then? Sion, you... In the first place, the true ancestor is the strongest of the vampire race. It is stranger for her to live in a human town for a year without anything happening. That's wrong. Arcueid doesn't drink human blood. You just don't know that. Arcueid is not a vampire. You may say that, but that is what a true ancestor is. Would it not be strange for a vampire to return to this town while the true ancestor lived here? There must be a model for all these rumors. A model? Isn't that the incident from last year? That is not the model, but the origin. For this rumor to emerge, there had to have been an eyewitness. Putting aside what is true or false, does there not have to be some shadowy figure wandering the night on which to base these rumors? Sion is a little hard to understand. Whether a rumor is true or not, the model for it has to have existed. The true ancestor is probably searching for that model now. It is good even if you just find the model. I can meet Arcueid, and you can meet the rumored vampire. I think it is very simple. I see. Now that you say that, it does make sense. Doesn't it? Then let us begin patrolling. I collected information earlier today so we can search the areas where the origin of the rumors is most likely to be. You just sudden music shut off. Next is the alley? That's a pretty bad place to be. It is better to say the conditions are ripe for it to be the place. It is a dead space in town, so it is ideal for... See him? What's wrong? Did something happen? The smell of blood. Huh? Sion brings a hand to her face, which is clearly resisting nausea. She may think it smells very thick, but I don't feel it at all. Maybe because I am somewhat desensitized to the smell. You are simply able to distinguish between what is fake and what is real. This is the scent of artificial blood, somewhat fitting for this town. Where are you going, Sion? I chase after Sion. She enters the alley. It really does smell like blood. There's nothing different in the alley. Maybe it's because of the rumors about this place. But the image of the blood-stained alley floats in my... Yeah, there it is. Who's there? Huh? Something quick. Whatever was hiding in the shadows runs from the alley without a sound. In that instant, I see long hair fluttering in the air. It reaches far down to the back. Oh, shoot! Long, long red hair. Without a doubt, that is... Shiki, follow. Yeah, got it. Shadow Town. Yeah, I love this stage. The town is silent. Only our footsteps echo in the air as we chase it. Nissan? Kiha, what are you doing here? That is my line. Lights Out has long since passed, so what are you doing outside of the mansion? Akia shakes visibly. Does she have something to hide? Her normal calm and cool manner is nowhere to be seen. What am I doing? I'm searching for the rumored vampire. I'm not doing anything bad, so that should suffice for an explanation. Yes, that is certainly an easily understood explanation. Alright, your turn. What are you doing out this late? I know it was a misunderstanding earlier, but what was that all about? No, I have nothing to hide, so nothing, it is hard to explain, so I do not wish to... Akia fidgets with her fingers. I don't know if that really was her in the alley, but it is clear she is hiding something. Hey, if you're that suspicious, then I know something's going on. It's okay, so just say it. Shiki, we are wasting time. She does not seem inclined to tell us, and if she is possessed, she may not have any memory of it, so she may not be able to answer. Sion, what do you mean by possessed? Wait. Who is that woman, Nissan? Who? Well, as I answer, a chill runs through me. I don't know what happened to her disarray from earlier, but Akia stares at me harder than usual. Akia, she's... Yes. I understand, Nissan. Oh my god, it's her. Alone on a Friday night face. Liar, you don't understand at all. Of course I trust you, Nissan. But what to do now? Walking around late at night with a girl, you can't complain even if you are misunderstood, can you? The Lady Arcueid chooses a rather roundabout way of saying I will not hear any excuses. This is pure intimidation. No, you have it wrong. There's a reason for this. Shiki, that is your sister, right? Yes, but please be quiet for a bit. I'm a little busy. That can wait till later. I wish to examine her, so please catch her. If she resists, you can use force. What? What are you saying? Siona Arcueid isn't joking around, so please don't say such ridiculous things. Shiki, you know you have no right to refuse me. Yeah, I know, but I can't. Even if you fry my brain, I can't do that to her. What Arcueid will do to me will be far, far worse. It cannot be helped. Well, certainly I must show you how things stand at least once. Sion twitches her finger, and then my body starts to move on its own? Did I not say my ether light is connected to your nerves? This is its original purpose. Stupid, stop. This is a breach of human rights. This is heartless. Do you enjoy doing this to the others? Don't think this is over, you idiot! Whatever. Thanks to your insults, I do not feel guilty. Thank you for your help, Shiki. But no way, give me another chance. I decline. If you insult me like this again, I do not think I can be calm enough to continue. Sion's fingers moved again. Totally controlled, Tonoshiki grabs his knife. Don't make me do this! I scream. Akiha. With her red hair swirling, she smiles fearlessly. That is anger. Unbelievable anger. It is a great offense to the Lady Arcueid for me to not refuse Sion's order to capture her. Oh, I do not know quite all the details, but... Oh, please, just let me explain everything. It seems you are in dire need of a rough awakening, Nissan. Arcueid cracks her knuckles. This isn't an awakening, it's punishment. And that it will be, because if I'm correct, I actually do have to lose this one. Yes, lose. Alright, here we go. Let's get owned. I'm surprised she's not red. Alright, beat me up. Well, there we go. 31 hits. If I'm correct, that is entirely RNG. And that's like the maximum number of hits, I think. Alright, there we go. Arcueid does have a very fun moveset in this game. God, this stage is so cool. What an actual sick stage. We sort of saw this in Kagetsu Toya. It was very similar. Not the exact same. Oh my goodness, I just realized she has unlimited magic circuit. Look at this damage. Oh no, does that one always do 31 hits? Wow. Okay. Yeah, okay, so unlimited magic circuit, huh? That's not fun. We're gonna have to deal with that later. You got me. Wham, thud, thud. After taking Arcueid's merciless attack, Arcueid's brother Tonoshiki, that's me, rolls on the ground. Dang, I let my guard down. I let out those words of regret. If I was truly serious, Arcueid would probably escalate things as well. Keeping it at this level means I'll have to be the one that keeps holding back. I managed to resist Sion's ether light enough to lose. Well, oh! Okay, so it was a case of doing it on purpose in the story. Neat, actually. Well, I am being the true model of an older brother. You could call me the god of older brothers. I can't move. The god of older brothers acts defeated with all of his might, but... Shiki, you lost on purpose, didn't you? Nissan, you held back, didn't you? They both yell at me at the same time. Never had much of a chance in the first place. Do you enjoy making a fool of me so much when you held back? I demand you stand up and start over, Nissan. Don't say that. Maybe I was holding back, but you really did hit me hard, so I can't attack now. And if you knew I was holding back, you could have held back and listened to me. That is true. See? Jeez, you're gonna get in trouble one of these days, flying off the handle like that. Whenever you're like that, it's bad unless you calm down. I understand now. Then no matter what happened, you did not intend to fight her. Of course, no matter how hard you tell me to, I wouldn't do it. Very well. Then I will capture her. Please wait on the side, Shiki. Hey now. It isn't just that I don't want to fight it with Akia, it's that I don't want Akia to fight with anyone. If you're looking for a fight, I'll give you one, Sion. Can you fight me in your condition? Your chances of victory are extremely low. I'll fight anyway. You probably couldn't beat her. Against someone she doesn't know, she has no mercy. Once she gets serious, she won't lose. I see. You have given me a few more details. Certainly she is a strong opponent, not one to face without preparation. Then, I understand. Our goal is to search for the vampire. I have to wait until later to obtain a sample from Tono Akiha. First, we must find the vampire. Thank goodness. You anger as easily as Akia does. She does not have a short temper. It is only because you say the things you do. You can tell just by looking. Huh? Oh. Who gets angry easily, Nissan? No, I was wrong. I just let it slip out. I will listen very carefully to everything you have to say when we get back. And you over there, are you really looking for the vampire? That is a fact. I'm receiving help from Shiki for that purpose. Sion answers without hesitation. Well, that is a fact, but hasn't she said the most important... She really hasn't said the most important part yet, has she? In that case, let us make a compromise. I do not know what your goal is, but if you will not fight me, I will not fight you either. I suppose our goals are the same, so it would it not be better to talk things over? Goals are the same. Normally, I would finish a fight, but I will stop here. To be honest, I am interested in your abilities. Akia starts to laugh suspiciously. That is true. Having more people would help. Amazingly, Sion agrees right away. Good, you seem to understand things well. Lately, I've dealt with someone who will not listen, so I think we will get along. I agree. It'd be best if we all got along. Two girls making eye contact and being in agreement. I have a bad feeling about this. A chill runs through me. Oh boy. She's gonna get the ether light and use it on us, huh? Wait, frick, we went to E? Is that where we're going? Are we meant to be at E? We are meant to be at E. Yes. Okay. We're good. The Battling Ladies Battle Princess. That's kind of like the sound of that. Explaining things was rather quick. About how Sion was wanting to cure vampirism and about how we needed to negotiate with Arcueid. And how I was looking for the rumored vampire. And how our goals overlapped, so we patrolled the town. I understand. You do seem to need Nissan's help. If there is any fault here, it is with Nissan for doing things on his own. I must also scold Hisui for allowing this behavior. Hisui has nothing to do with this. I snuck out from under her watch to go outside. That may be true, but she does check on your room periodically, right? She had to have realized you were not there. That's because I masterfully crafted a fake Shiki-kun doll and wrapped cardboard around it to help camouflage it. There are no servants in our house who would be fooled by such a teddy bear. In the first place, how did you get such a thing, Nissan? It was Miyako-chan's birthday present, but for some reason I ended up getting it. Huh. That's strange. It happened a while ago. I heard from Keiko-san that Miyako-chan wanted some elegant glasses, but Miyako-chan didn't say anything about it. And when it was time to go, Miyako-chan suddenly appeared carrying the large bear, saying, "Just take it, okay?" Oh frick, is this the bear I think it is? That is how my room ended up with a half-dead teddy bear, looking like it was on the receiving end of a Hachimon Kaida. A what? You can't just throw those words out. Is that so? Even though she's not too bright, sometimes she's quick on the uptake. It's because the Arimas did take care of me. Well, it was Keiko-san who told me to come over, because it was Miyako-chan's birthday, though. That is true. You do not appear to be the one who would remember a girl's birthday. Well, I mean, I do remember, but it usually ends up being the day after. Are the two of you finished? Huh? Oh, yeah, no, whenever's good. Yes, forgive me, we are carried away in our own conversation. Then we will return to the main topic. Tonokia, why are you wandering the streets at night? The same reason as Nissan. I wanted to confirm the rumor of the vampire in town. I thought so, but why? Since you, you thought I would use others. Yes. Normally, I would not do this myself, but because of what happened last year, it is something I must do myself. What's that about? What's that about? It deals with the dark side of the Tono family. The events of last year dealt with the concealment of Tono Shiki's existence. The managing of this region's darkness falls upon the Tono family. If they were seen as incapable, it would destroy the equilibrium of the area. As you say, such investigation is normally delegated to branch families, but if it deals with Tono Shiki, it cannot be given to them to handle. After all, Tono Shiki was my brother. If it was known he was not punished for succumbing, if he was known he was not punished for why can't I speak? Not punished for succumbing to the Tono blood, there would be no standing for the founding Tono family or for the eldest son Shiki. Is that why the Tono family stood aside during the abnormal incident last year? Which is why it has no choice to act itself if this vampire is an extension of the events last year. Yes, but the only people to be trusted are Hisu and Kohaku. We cannot have them encounter a vampire, correct? That is why I have to face this problem myself. Oh, is that it? Well, I understand perfectly well. But Akia, aren't you being a little rash? If you knew it was a vampire from the beginning, isn't it dangerous by yourself? I'll deal with the vampire, so you can go back to the mansion. That is unacceptable. It is the duty of the Tono family to deal with non-humans in this town. We lost the initiative last year, but we must settle this before any victims appear. Of course. So let me and Sion handle it. It's okay if you watch things at the mansion. Nissan, if you are worried about me, I will be angry. This is the duty as the head of the Tono family, not just some cheap sense of justice. You leave the argument at that. Shiki, I think Tono Akia's actions are correct. I know that. She's by herself. If anything happened, Both of you are by yourselves, correct? So you should work together. How is this? Since our goals are all the same, we should all work together. Frankly, her abilities in combat are easier to understand than yours, Shiki. You are a wild card, but your strength is not reliable. Tono Akia is a queen when it comes to getting results. Tono Akia, your opinion of this is? It goes without saying, right? I find no flaws in your plan. Akia smiles and extends her hand. After freezing for a moment, Sion returns Akia's handshake with some difficulty. Man, more than anything else, I want to avoid getting you all involved. Akia, Hisui, and Kohaku-chan are my symbols of peaceful living. I didn't want them to be involved in this bloody affair. Oh well. That's enough for tonight. It'll soon be dawn, so the vampire won't be around. That is true. Yes, let's end here for now. And then, Akia whispers something in Sion's ear. By the way, it seems you did something to Nissan. What was it? The ether light? They start to talk between themselves. It's hard to hear, but it appears she is explaining how she persuaded, coerced me to help her. Yes, I see. The Lady Akia seems to be eagerly paying attention. Then that means you cannot take away their free will, but you can restrain and oversee their actions. That is absolutely wonderful. A resounding shout. Akia-san tightens her fists as she says wonderful. Sion, do you have a place to stay? No, I do not have a fixed location. Then it's decided. From now on, please feel free to use our mansion. We can talk as much as we please there. Akia pulls and tugs at Sion insistently. Wow, these two are immediately best friends, huh? I guess it can't be helped. Sighing, I follow the two of them back. This is surprising. This is not what I expected. I don't know, I felt like they would be abrasive, but no. Just immediately, huh? And it's night again. The three of us go looking around town. Seems as Sion and Akia have hit it off, because... So you're saying the rumors in town are centered in 3 areas, Sion? Yes. These are there are 3 models for the return of last year's serial killer. There is one rumor which involves a blonde female vampire. That is not a rumor, but reality. Rumors happen because she willfully walks around town. However, you cannot speak of others. The long, black-haired killer must be based upon you. Even though you have not appeared before even though you have not appeared before as many people as Shiki or the true ancestor, your actions have carried a lot of weight. Certainly I must be cautious. I will take care from now on, so let us leave that aside. The conversation seems harmonious. Speaking of harmonious, Sion has removed her ether light from me. Sion nodded in understanding after Akia said, "He is my Nissan, so..." Hey, you two, let's go. The back alley and the main street seem pretty empty, so next will be the park. Yes, if we cannot find anything out of the ordinary, we should try something else. The town is just as usual. After baking during the day, the heat still rises from the streets at night. There's no wind, there are neither cars nor people on the street. The only thing to be seen are the solitary lights of various vending machines. Come to think of it, it's almost like a picture someone drew. Just like a photograph. The sunshine and insubstantial rumors these past few days. Thanks to that, the silent town riddled with friction... Yeah, riddled with fiction, not friction. Barely seems real. Which I'm still curious if it is. We'll have to see. Park. I do not detect anything out of place here. It seems to have ran away. Perhaps the rumored vampire does not want to hunt people like us. Akiha. There is some merit to using someone as a decoy, but you are not suited for it. It would have to be someone who does not possess such a solid air of unearthliness about them. Oh my, that's a little rude, Sion. Do you not say I have an air of wisdom instead? Furthermore, you are not one to speak so of others. You may have a point, but the way I see it... Look out, Sion. Brian, look out! Who? That is my line. Why are you with her? Senpai? And Akiha-san too? This means this cannot be the worst possible situation. Unless, of course, if this Tono Akiha is a fake, then it'll be even worse. Are you the real Akiha-san? Real? Why are you asking for something so obvious? No, more importantly, why'd you throw your black keys all of a sudden? Sion, Nissan bursting in is a little troublesome. Could you please silence him for a bit? Very well done. Now then, shall we talk things over, Senpai? It seems Tono-kun is just wrapped up in this. Very well. It seems only Tono-kun doesn't know what's going on. You have anything to add, Akiha? It goes without saying. I'm none other than Tono Akiha. And what of you? Are you the real Senpai? I always knew you were a little wild, but I never pictured you to be a rogue that would attack people for no reason. I see. Then you are simply protecting Tono-kun, and I will leave you alone. You two, please do not interfere with this. Now then, Sion Eltnem Atlasia, an order has been issued by the church to take you into protective custody, or failing that, to capture you by any means necessary. A similar request has been issued by the Atlas Association. Do you have anything to say in your defense? I have nothing to say, but I will not let you capture me. If you try, you will be destroyed. You will not comply with the church's orders. Very well. As an agent of the church, I am placing you under arrest. I have no intention of currying... You really had to use that word, huh? They chose that word on purpose. I have no intention of currying favor with the Magi Association, but you are in existence, which must be punished. Is that all? You made a big speech, but that's all you want to do? I have to remember that you have not progressed at all. In the end, you are just a dog of the church. What does that mean, Akiha-san? Is it not true? You all view things only in black and white. If someone is black, no matter how good they are, you ignore it and kill them. Really, just what century are you all from? After all, I thought you were different. After all, were you not black once? She's like, no, I'm French. Are you grouping me with yourself, Tono Akiha? Yes, no matter what the present is, you cannot change the past. Very well. This makes matters more expedient. I will take time to cross-examine you about what you have been doing these past few days. Oh, and what does that mean, Senpai? Is it not obvious? All rumors have some grain of truth. In the rumors about vampires, a girl with long black hair appears. As an agent of the church, it is my duty to investigate the truth of this matter. Yes, I'm completely innocent, but feel free to investigate all you want, Senpai. However, if you so much as try to come near me, it will cost you. I look forward to it. Between my cost and your humiliation, I will make yours the greater. She's coming, Sion. Be careful. I understand. Shiki, I've released you, so please fight. Okay, just double checking. We need to win this one. Oh, I can move. Wait, what is this? You're all making such a big fuss. You want to fight so badly? Oh, we gotta play as Akiha for the first time. I like to play as different characters, so let's go. Let's go. Alright. So we gotta win. Oh, I forgot she has not the little loops there. She has... Yeah, she has a different one there. Okay, oh dang. Nice. Okay. Nice. Okay. Nice, there we go. Give her the boot. The Tono family kick. Alright. Whoop. Flash, okay. Nice. Oh, I wanted OTG with that. Okay. Oh, right, no, her grab does random amounts of hits. That's the most insane thing I've ever heard. That just, it's a grab that can just do random amounts. It's so stupid, I love it. That is far enough. We should stop. At this rate, we'll both be defeated. Don't be saying that now. Once started, things should be carried through to the end. Your spirit is admirable. But do you truly feel that way, Akiha-san? Are you saying you want to fight until the end? Psst. Akiha the agent is correct. If we continue like this, we will be defeated. I will cease combat. Sion! Fine, Nissan and I will... I am also against it. You know already, don't you, Akiha? Senpai wasn't fighting seriously. Even though she wishes to take Sion alive and it is 3 against 1, it is still uneven. If she does get serious, we will lose. It seems you understand, but it will take much time to pursue you. My priority assignment is to take care of the vampire in this town. I cannot waste any of my strength dealing with you all. Then, you are overlooking me until you stop this vampire? My orders from the church are to dispose of the vampire Titari. Catching you is simply a request from the association. It is simple to guess my priorities as an agent. Certainly I can't leave you alone, but as long as you are with Tono-kun, you will not attack anyone. Being with him means you can't do anything bad. And since Akiha-san is with him, then that means you can't trick him either. Can I trust you on that point, Akiha-san? Of course. Besides, Sion is not one to trick others. So you do trust her. I don't really mind, but I wash my hands of this affair. The signs of the vampire grow stronger each day. Will definitely appear at any moment now. After I deal with it, catching her will be my priority. If you interfere with me before then, I will not show you any mercy. Dang. Alright. We head up to H. Wait, frick. We head up to H. Is this sending us to a different route? Is it? I guess so. Well, yeah, win against CL. That brings us to H? Okay. I guess this is sending us to a different route. Didn't think it would, but I guess it is. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. We will see you next time for some more Let's Play Melty Blood as we head on back through and finish up this story mode. So we will see you then for that, guys. Ciao.